Hey guys, welcome back. It is the third episode of What If Kakashi Had Adopted Naruto. I'm sorry I'm late. It's been about 9 days, but college basically started about a week ago, so I'm very busy with that. I'm trying to work around the schedule that I currently have. No longer are the holidays around. It's so fucking sad. But hey, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna do this. It's a part-time thing, obviously, but I'm gonna make it for you guys. So we're in the third episode of What If Kakashi Had Adopted Naruto. In the previous episode, we basically left off with Zabuza and Haku dying a horrifyingly sad death, and Zabuza giving Naruto the executioner's sword, giving him his final words, which were in essence basically, keep the sword with you so you can protect the ones you love the most. I couldn't, but I'm hoping you have better luck with this. And Naruto, with tears in his eyes, promises to make sure that everybody he cares for is always safe. And basically looking at Kakashi, Hinata, and Sasuke, he says, I will never let anybody that I care for get hurt ever, again, basically. Now, after this, they all return to the village, and, Kakashi is like, you know what, I think we are ready for the tuning exams. So he basically signs up the team for the tuning exams, and the team is all for it. Hinata is going to be practicing at home with Hiyashi and Hanabi, pretty much. Kakashi is now Naruto, I could train you, but currently I feel Sasuke needs a bit more help with his Sharingan when it comes to the tuning exams. And Naruto is all for that. He's like, I can practice on my own. But Kakashi's like, no, you can't. We've got your godfather here and he's probably going to be training you. And Naruto's like, yippee! So Naruto and the great Jiraiya himself do go for training, with Kakashi training Sasuke, Hinata training with her family. And the training sessions are much different, however, than in the original, because Naruto already knows about the Rasengan, so he just does start pestering Jiraiya about the Rasengan and to teach him the Rasengan. Yeah. Now, Jiraiya, he knows that the boy is very capable, and he's like, he probably could do it, but it's probably not the time. So he basically gives Naruto a bit of a challenge. If Naruto can, in fact, master 3 jutsus that he has written in scrolls by the end of the month, he will actually teach him the Rasengan. Now, these are 3 different jutsus, different elements, I'd say, and, Naruto's like, challenge accepted. Well, sorry, my voice is a bit weird right now. Anyway, now the 3 jutsus that Naruto is... What the fuck was that? The 3 jutsus that Naruto is going to learn are gonna be the Mud Wall Jutsu, the Water Spear Jutsu, as I made in one of my Naruto Uchiha episodes. Basically the Water Dragon Jutsu, but a bit less, not dragons, but spears of water that are basically going to penetrate their opponent, which probably sounds more dangerous now that I think about it. And the third one is a Mystery Jutsu, which I will reveal later. Mostly because I don't actually know what the third one will be. So, now moving on, Naruto, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking do this. And the first jutsu, which is the Mud Wall Jutsu, not that difficult. He actually manages to learn it within like the first 5 days. The second, the Water Spear Jutsu, he actually has a shit ton of trouble trying to get the spears take his shape. So he basically, after a long day of training, he's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And Hinata actually sees him, and she goes to talk to him because they're teammates now. So she's a bit less shy when she's around him. Naruto does actually tell her what he's having to do, and he's like, so Hinata does give him a bit of advice. She tells him to why not start off with 1 spear and then slowly but gradually move up. Naruto is like, why the fuck did I not think of that? And he together with Hinata does actually train up, and eventually in about the span of like 2 weeks, he manages to get the water spear down, with him being able to conjure up 5 spears from the ground, water spears, and stab his fucking opponents dead. And the third jutsu actually took him about a day before the deadline to finish, and it was a pretty difficult-ish jutsu, mostly because he didn't actually understand how he was going to do this properly. And when he does, it is pretty fruitful. Jiraiya is actually impressed by this, and he's like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to do the Rasengan. I'm hoping that I actually haven't given him that already. So, the Rasengan that Jiraiya teaches him, Naruto, they've got about another month for the tuning exam, so Naruto will actually be able to learn the Rasengan, but he won't be able to combine anything with it yet. Later on, stage mode, whatever shit. Fuck. Now, Jiraiya also teaches Naruto some hand-to-hand fighting and some sealing jutsus because Jiraiya is all for that. While also, making sure that Naruto is meditating and keeping up with his, let's say his pseudo-sage training, where he's not really learning the sage mode, but basically getting the basics down before he can go into it in a few years. Jiraiya is basically making sure that Naruto knows what is going on around him at all points because he believes that a ninja should always be prepared. And Naruto, he's actually got pretty good instinct by now, so nothing really shocks him at this point. He knows his surroundings, he sees his surroundings, and he basically focuses on small details that, usually ensure his victory in a battle. Now, Naruto is also training up with his Kenjutsu, basically using the White Light Chakra Saber as his primary sword of uses, and the Zabuza's Executioner Blade as mostly a source of physical training because that shit is fucking heavy. Naruto can swing it around, but he needs to keep it on his shoulder for basic leverage, and, not really good with it, so fuck it. Now, the tuning exams are going to be starting, and before that, the entrance of Kankuro and Temari into the village. Best girl, Temari. Okay, now, Kankuro's encounter with Naruto. Pretty similar, actually. Not really, actually. No, this won't be similar because Sakura's not there. Fuck it, we're gonna have her around the village. Naruto and Sasuke were basically roaming around talking about the fucking shit, I don't know. Talking about shit, and I'm cursing way too much today, I don't know what happened. Basically walking around, talking about their training, and Sasuke tells Naruto that he's learned a very powerful new jutsu. Naruto's like, he's probably learned the fucking Chidori. And Naruto tells him, I've learned a few too, man. I'm probably gonna win, though. And, at this point, Sakura being the fucking fangirl that she is, actually stalking Sasuke, and she just pops in front of them, and she's like, oh, Sasuke-kun, yada yada, love me and shit, I don't fucking know. Sakura's weird. Now we basically have our boy, what's his name? Konohamaru around as well with Naruto and Sasuke, and Konohamaru does mouth off Sakura. Because he basically goes, stop annoying my brothers, you're fucking annoying Sakura, fuck off right now, we're having a moment here. And Sakura basically gets angered by this, I don't know why, she's a fucking, I'm not gonna say that word. And, shit happens, they move away, and blah 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 blah. So, Kankuro, he basically threatens to kill Konohamaru. What a smart man Kankuro is. I mean, truly, he is the best man there is. Threatening to kill a person in another village because he bumped into him, basically risking another fucking war. What a great guy. Anyway, Kankuro basically threatens to kill Konohamaru and then kill Naruto and Sasuke, who both of them could probably kill him without much difficulty, being honest. Now, Naruto is basically like, if you're not gonna leave him alone, then I'm gonna have to force you to leave him alone. Sasuke is like, you know what, no, I wanna take this, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And Naruto's like, you know what, rock, paper, scissors. Naruto wins. Paper to rock, yay. One more score to Naruto, he's ahead. Now, Naruto basically gets to take Kankuro on, and Kankuro is a bit annoyed that they're basically treating him like a fucking joke, which he probably is at this point. And, Naruto, basically, he's already noticed that there are small strings going around, and he already guessed that Kankuro is probably a puppeteer from the sand, because these fuckers are very popular. And, Naruto is basically ready for this, and attacks Kankuro pretty good, cutting the strings as he moved towards Kankuro, using some wind, some gusts of wind, a small breeze basically, It was a small slice of string, so it was not that difficult to cut off. Now, Naruto, basically after doing that, forms a gale palm on his hand, blasting Conqueror through the fucking air and throwing him on the ground like a fucking bitch. Temari is actually very impressed by this, especially seeing how Naruto used the wind, because she is a wind user, pretty good big one as that. And after that, Conqueror again, feeling a bit humiliated, tries to get up and attack them again, but Sasuke basically puts him in a fucking ninja wire trap all prepared, and Conqueror is tied down like he was nothing at all. At this very point, Gaara actually arrives, and Conqueror is again shamed by Gaara, and whatever. Yeah. Now, after that, the boys go on. Well, Gaara is actually pretty interested in Naruto and Sasuke as of now, and he does actually notice that there's something about Naruto that's basically getting dear old One Tails inside of himself to get a bit riled up. Now, he doesn't actually know what this is, but he's like, in his heart, he's like, Mother is going to have good times with you, which sounds fucking creepy now that I say it out loud. Anyway, the tuning exams basically start off. The written portion of the exams go pretty good for all of the three people. Hinata actually does in fact help Naruto, because Naruto may be pretty smart too. He doesn't know everything, so no, Hinata does actually help him get a few questions down. After that come the forest shit, the fucking three thingies, whatever that was. And Naruto and Sasuke and Hinata are actually pretty ready for this. Naruto basically marks one of the teams out, and knowing they have the scroll that Naruto and his friends need, Naruto is basically telling Hinata to keep an eye on this one team, so that they can find, and Hinata with the help of her Byakugan actually can do that. The team is quickly subdued by Naruto, and they get the scroll that they need, and it's done, whatever that. And it was pretty good. It was pretty easy for them to take out the team, because Hinata, Naruto, and Sasuke would actually make a pretty decent team, instead of Sakura, who would probably be there going, "Oh, Sasuke-kun, help me!" I fucking hate early Naruto Sakura, man. She was a fucking shit character. Anyway, they were gonna move on from that, but the shit with somebody trying to impersonate Naruto and all that shit actually happens as it did, and they basically think of a code to enter and exit and all that shit. Naruto tells them that he's needing to go take a piss, so he goes off to take a piss, and some other person comes over pretending to be Naruto, and Sasuke's like, no, that was a bit too difficult of a code for Naruto to remember. He's smart, but that code he probably would have forgotten. He does not remember shit easy. Now, this basically gives away who Orochimaru is, and Naruto is again attacked by a gigantic fucking snake, being eaten up for a few seconds rather. Naruto gets out in a different way than the original. He brings out his white light chakra saber, chopping the snake into fucking thousands of pieces, and walks away like nothing fucking happened. But sensing that there is danger around in his team's vicinity, he rushes to reach his fellow teammates, and Naruto manages to reach them in a few moments. But before that actually happens, Orochimaru attacks the team. Hinata and Sasuke are actually doing a decent job trying to keep him at bay. Sasuke using his Sharingan, Hinata using her Byakugan. Sasuke is reading his movements and trying to attack him. Hinata is seeing his chakra points and trying to attack them. Both of them are actually doing a pretty decent job, and Orochimaru is a bit conflicted. He's like, oh, this Sharingan, but he's like, oh my god, the Byakugan, what will I take? Sorry. Now, Sasuke and Hinata have got a decent fighting style that was developed around this. Hinata basically creating the defense and Sasuke creating the counter offense. When Orochimaru comes for an attack, Hinata blocks him with her gentle fist style and all that shit, and Sasuke actually counter attacks him with using kunai, ninja wire, and fireballs. Orochimaru is very impressed by the level of teamwork that these two have actually developed, and Naruto would have probably been the offensive attacker using his shadow clones, but he's not here right now, so fuck. Now, after this, what will happen? I don't actually know. Well, pretty simple shit, actually. Orochimaru basically, at this point, getting a bit tired of this, uses Intimidate. It was super effective. Both of the boys, both the boy and the girl are actually stunned, and they're like, oh my fucking god, I can't move. I'm so scared. Now Orochimaru now he's like coming chilling in. He's coming for the kill. He's like, I'm gonna fucking do this any day, mate. He basically goes to bite Sasuke when a gigantic fucking well, not really gigantic. A fucking sword comes straight for his neck and almost chops it in half. Orochimaru, he's like, oh my god, that was a close one. It actually nicked Orochimaru, getting a bit of blood out of him. Naruto was fucking ready to kill him off. Now, Naruto basically comes to the aid of his boys, and, you know, Orochimaru tries to use Intimidate on him, but the QB's whatever shit does not actually allow that to happen, I say. I'm just kidding, actually, it does actually work, but Naruto was prepared for this, and immediately stabs himself through the fucking hand. A bit too excessive, but he does actually do it to make sure that nothing happens. And he actually stabs, he's like, Sasuke, you need to get out of this, and he, you know, stabs Sasuke through the fucking arm as well. Not through, but, you know, he just pokes him a bit. And Sasuke is like, fuck, okay, thank you, Naruto. And they do the same for Hinata. Stab around. All three of them are a bit too distracted by the pain to actually be afraid of Orochimaru for a few moments. I don't know how that works. Now, after that, what will happen? Well, I don't know. Well, I do know. Okay. Now, Orochimaru comes in for the attack on Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata. Now, their team strategy basically comes into play. Hinata giving the defensive, Sasuke giving the counter offense, and Naruto giving the offense. Naruto immediately creates about 35 shadow clones, leaving a few around the vicinity to basically create a steal so Orochimaru could be caught and, you know, put down. Sasuke is ready with his Sharingan and ready with a kunai and, you know, nothing more than a kunai, to be honest. Actually, you know what, Sasuke can actually do the Shadow Clone Jutsu. He does not prefer to, but this is a moment where he might actually risk it, and he does the Shadow Clone Jutsu, creating one extra Shadow Clone, who is currently carrying the Ninja Wire, and, you know, Sasuke himself is carrying the kunais, so he could just stab through. Naruto is actually on side with Sasuke for a counter attack as well, with his sword outside, and his Shadow Clone is going to attack Orochimaru. Orochimaru obviously deals with them very easily, but he finds that some of them are actually getting a few lucky shots in. Naruto actually is pretty good now. Not OP, but he's pretty good. Orochimaru comes in for the attack on Sasuke and Naruto, but Naruto and Sasuke were prepared for this, and immediately Orochimaru is surrounded by Ninja Wire, with Naruto attacking him with a Fireball Jutsu, and the other Sasuke basically throwing another Fireball Jutsu, catching him in a bit of a, you know, the impact point of the two fireballs, which will probably be the hottest point there is. Orochimaru immediately uses his, I don't remember what that jutsu was, to melt through the ground and appear at another point. Orochimaru is now, that actually does catch the boys off guard a bit, but Hinata was ready. As Orochimaru launched in for an attack, Hinata, with the help of her Byakugan, immediately managed to get a lucky shot on Orochimaru. He was not actually expecting that, and that does actually close up one chakra point. Not enough to slow Orochimaru down, but surprising him nonetheless. Now, Orochimaru is very impressed by the teamwork that these three demonstrate, but now he's like, you know what? It's time I end this. And basically summons another gigantic fucking snake to attack the boys. And Naruto and Sasuke do deal with this one, but getting a bit injured during the dealing part. Naruto cuts up the snake and Sasuke fucking fries it down, and, you know, all that shit. Now, what will happen after this? After this, Orochimaru does actually manage to get Hinata down, because now he's taking it seriously. He's like, okay, I can't let these guys teach, you know, jerk me around anymore. And Hinata is taken down. Well, immediately after that, Orochimaru comes for Naruto and takes him down, and goes for a bite on Sasuke, and he actually does manage to get the bite on Sasuke. Now Sasuke is bitten. Orochimaru immediately runs away, because he's like, fuck this shit, I'm not staying here. These fuckers could actually hurt me pretty bad. Now, Orochimaru, after dipping, Sasuke is actually affected. He's like, fuck, if I only had another one, I'd have been able to get the Byakugan girl as well. He's like, no matter, I'll do that later on. Now, Orochimaru, even though he did pretty good, he was actually hurt during this battle, and he's like, I might have to call back Kabuto. I need his help. He needs to heal me up. And Orochimaru leaves. Naruto, seeing Sasuke in agony, he's like, oh my god, what the fuck do I do? Nothing for now, Naruto. They basically create a bit of a trap around the area, Hinata and Naruto, and they're just waiting for Sasuke. Naruto at this point, due to the drain of chakra, falls asleep. Hinata guarding the team because she just does it. I don't know. She's awesome. Okay, now Sasuke, the effect of the curse mark is starting to take place inside of himself. Hinata is defending the boys, and Naruto, while asleep, actually meets the nine-tailed fox for the first time. The meeting is as you would expect the meeting with the nine-tailed fox to be. It's pretty fucking horrible, but whatever. Now, what will happen after this? Well, I don't know. Once, because it's been 20 minutes. I'm gonna cut it off right now. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading as much as I normally would, but college has just started and now I'm actually pretty busy with that, trying to work out a schedule for me to record and actually go to college and do my homework and all that shit. But it's not easy to come up with a new schedule all of a sudden. I'll see you guys in the next one, which will probably be a new series, as was asked by me, and you guys delivered. I've got a new series coming up, which I'm gonna upload in about 3 days. See you guys then. Peace out.